So, when was the last time an app changed your sex life? And no, I'm not talking about Tinder. I'm talking about my app, Kegel Camp. It will increase your control, improve your sexual performance, and help you experience incredibly intense orgasms. Plus, if you've had a baby, Kegel Camp is the answer to getting your, vagina back in shape. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. After years of telling you about the importance of Kegel exercises, it occurred to me, I need a better way to help you do them properly. And after a lot of development and some intense Kegel workouts, Kegel Camp was born. Kegel Camp is fun and easy to use and is, of course, incredibly effective. It provides simple step-by-step prompts that lead you through 20 levels of progressively intense workouts. The app tracks your progress, rewarding you with satisfaction of each new achievement, and with Kegels of steel. And guys, don't think you're exempt from needing a good Kegel workout. Strong pelvic floor muscles are just as important for men as they are for women. Regular Kegel Camp workouts can help you last longer, give you stronger erections, and more powerful orgasms. I hear from Kegel campers every day. They send me screenshots when they reach the next level, and many of them have reached level 20. I'm not even at level 20. Download Kegel Camp today from the iTunes App Store or by clicking on the Kegel Camp banner on sexwithemily.com today. I'll see you at camp.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
Thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can listen to all of my podcasts, which there are plenty, but you can also just subscribe on iTunes so you never miss another show again. And you can check out my mailing list, and we add blogs every day and videos and things that will help make your sex and relationships so much better. I am thrilled to be sitting here with Menace.
Hello, Emily. It's
Hi,
been
Menace.
a long time.
It's been like the longest we've ever gone.
I
feel
know,
like we're
right?
like in a long distance relationship.
I felt like you broke up with me.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I know that you were busy because I follow you on Instagram, Sex with Emily on Instagram.
Sex with Emily on Instagram
and you
Twitter.
were everywhere. It seems like you were out of town a lot for some reason.
Yeah, I was.
There was like this awkward photo shoot with you and your brother that I saw like photos of. Like, what is that all about?
Okay, so you have to. So the commercials, I'm actually gonna be tweeting them this weekend because they're funny. It's I'm Twitter, Sex with Emily. Menace is Menace across the board, and so my brother, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of commercial advertising in Michigan.
Yeah, your
for his
brother's a
law firm.
badass, by the way.
I know.
He's way more fun than we are.
He is, right?
Yeah.
How fun is we partied hard with my brother.
Yeah.
And so when I was in Michigan a few weeks ago doing some other work, he was like, hey, will you be one of my commercials? So we shot these like 30-second spots that are playing like all over Michigan. I was going to tweet one out this weekend because all my friends in Michigan are like, hey, you're on TV. So, but we looked like a couple or something, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Or like a news team.
Yes.
Sitting there. Yeah, it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
It was a big...
I was like, what is this all about? Because
Yeah.
I knew your brother did.
You were like, why would you want
TV
Sex with
spot.
Emily
Yeah.
talking about lawyers?
It's
Was that your
weird.
thought? Well, I just said my brother is the best lawyer, something like that. I don't even remember, but it's good, People, my brother's like a celeb there. He walks around.
Yeah.
He's like, Michael, hey Mike, because it's like, what is it? 855 Mike wins. Like that's his whole
Nice.
thing. He's like an ambulance chaser, but he does really personal injury. No, he's super
he's a good-
successful.
yeah, he's a good lawyer.
Yeah, and he's like billboards everywhere. And so I just said, my brother is, I don't, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'll show him to you. So it was a good times. And then I was in Michigan. I was in Las Vegas for the sex toy show, which I got. Guess what? A lot of new sex toys.
A dump truck full of
Yeah,
sex
we
toys?
drove in the Mini Cooper. Three of us, and a whole buttload of sex toys, and that was really fun. And what else is
I'm
happening?
surprised you didn't get stopped at the border between California
We
and
did not.
Nevada.
We did
that would have
not.
been hilarious
if we
that
got stopped for the sex. Well, that's why I drive now, because the first time I went to the sex toy show, I had probably like 40. That's when I was like, used to be like, I was like, oh my God, you're going to give me a free one. And now I'm like, I've got that. I don't need that. Give it to them. But I had like 40, and I went through security, and they're like, what the hell? I'm like, I was at the sex toy show.
Yeah.
And then like I gave the security person a little mini vibe, and it was all cool, and they let me through. That's like, it's illegal. It's just a plentiful amount.
Yeah.
And in some states, it is illegal how many toys you're allowed to own.
Oh yeah,
But Nevada's not one of them.
I think it was like Texas.
It's always
is like-
Texas or Florida.
Yeah, it's like 8.
All
or
the messed up shit goes down in Texas. Or
something
Florida.
crazy like that. But
but
I've
I need
been
to- yeah, what have you
following
been
your
doing?
adventures all
Really?
through Instagram.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't even think you'd look at my Instagram.
Oh, I do.
I
Don't
follow
worry
yours
about
too.
it.
You're always having great meals at Disneyland.
Yeah,
that's how I
I'm
set it up.
actually going to Disneyland tomorrow.
No, you're not, dude. What's
well, it's
the
my
deal?
buddy's wife's birthday, so that's why I'm going.
I mean, really, like you spend more time with Mickey Mouse than most 5-year-olds I know.
No, well, the thing is, like, of course, I think I've probably mentioned this a bunch of times on the podcast before, but I've had friends that work at like Pixar and stuff like that. So we do like adult,
Yeah, like
Disneyland.
VIP, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're not, but you don't go on
Yeah.
rides or anything.
No, I do go on rides and stuff like that, but it's like we're not hanging out with little kids.
I know.
There is.
You're not talking to Mickey Mouse.
No. There's a whole adult side to Disneyland that most people
should,
don't
like,
even
wait a
know
book
about.
on it.
I should.
Seriously, no one knows that.
Yeah.
They should take the babysitter, take the kids to Disneyland, and then the adults go have a good day
Dude,
themselves.
I totally know how it looks because until I tell people about it, like, oh, you can do this, this, and this, then they're like, well, why are you going there all the time?
I love
But
Disneyland.
it's a great place to have dinners and.
Don't you eat at some fancy like Disneyland restaurant?
Yeah, sometimes I go to Club 33, which is this super ultra exclusive restaurant. It's a 5-star restaurant in Disneyland.
Right, but you get drunk and like hang out and go on
You
the
can
ride?
drink, yeah, and then California Adventure, the other side of the park. You can drink everywhere
Got
around the
it.
park, and then they have.
I wouldn't
Carthay
want you to not be
Circle.
drinking.
Yeah, it's a good time, and
Yeah.
then, so I just
And
go
it's
have
fun.
fun there all the time. Live probably like 35 minutes away now, so
Oh right, that's true.
not that-
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah,
close.
and-
I didn't even think about that.
and,
It's like me coming over to your house.
yeah, and both of us are from San Francisco.
Yes.
So when we have friends in town, what are they always doing? They're going to Disneyland.
Yeah,
so of
that's
course
true.
I just go there.
So
with
you
them.
going with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
How's
all the
that
time.
going?
It's good.
You guys are super happy?
Yeah.
Dude, I never get
I don't
anything from
know.
you. Like, I can't believe you've been in this like 10-year relationship now, and I've never
10
heard a
years
peep.
now.
3 years.
But
3 years?
I guess 3 years. I don't know.
Doesn't she ever say like happy anniversary, sweetie?
No, we don't even do any of that stuff. Well, the thing is, because I don't like people to pry, because I know
Like I'm prying right now?
Yeah, no. See, thing is, if I introduce you to my girlfriend, which will never happen, and you already met her before, but you just don't realize it.
Oh, God.
You would just ask a billion questions, and why would I want that in my life?
I would not. Dude, you think I'm going to grill your girlfriend? Really? You think I'm inappropriate? I would like grill her? I would hang out with her.
Yeah, of course.
No, I wouldn't at all. I would never say. You don't grill my boy if you've met guys I've dated.
Yeah, because I don't care.
I know,
but
see what I'm
you
saying?
would.
I would not grill her for information. What do you think I'm
Why
like
risk
inappropriate?
it?
I'm just doing it
But
on the air. I'm
don't
glad
worry.
things are good though, and your
Check
morning
this
show
out.
is good. Yeah.
My mother's not even met my girlfriend, so don't
Yeah,
even
dude, I
feel
don't
bad
care.
about
It's fine. I just want to see you, but you probably just go out with her, so it's cool. I'm just glad to see you here. And how's your morning show?
It's great. The Woody Show. It's on Alt 98.7 here in Los Angeles, Monday through Friday, and we have like billboards all over the place.
I've seen
It's
your
weird.
billboards. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
took a picture of your billboard. It's like right, and
did?
I meant to Instagram it. Well, you got to remind me after.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
cute. I've seen them.
What?
Little Menace on a billboard.
That's crazy, right?
You moved here for like 5 minutes and you have a billboard. That's like the American dream.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Can
I don't
people,
know.
is it a podcast? Can people listen to it? Does it?
Yeah, it's the Woody Show. It's there's no sex on there because I know people are here for
Woody
sex.
boners, right? No, it's
Yeah.
okay. We
Yeah.
are going to talk about sex today. We're going to talk about
Yeah.
the 5 mistakes men make in bed, which might be good for you, Menace.
All right, good.
And we're also going to be reading emails that people sent to feedback@sexwithemily.com. But it's not about sex, but it's entertainment. Morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's
we
cool.
just talk about like pop culture and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Jesus. Any sex and pop culture that you can share with me? It's so
Sex-
funny because I don't know anything about pop culture now since we haven't
Well,
talked.
I mean, there's a lot of divorce in pop culture. There's a lot of stuff going down.
Who's divorcing?
Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa.
right, that I saw that. Because
They're getting a divorce. They're both said that the other are there was cheating involved in that.
Okay.
And then there was some other big divorce just recently. Who was it? I always pay attention to like all the hip hop stuff, but there
I
was somebody
know.
else big that just was getting a divorce. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
But also
Beyonce? That's
no,
all a
no.
lie.
Yeah, they're buying some like crazy mansion in Los Angeles. But Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes just had
a baby. Right. It wasn't
Yeah.
like secret, like she didn't tell anyone she was pregnant forever? Or was his baby or something? I don't know.
Yeah, there was because they were on and off again having a relationship, and I know when she
Oh.
got pregnant, they didn't really make it too public.
Or maybe they weren't even together and they're like, let's try to make it work for the baby, which never
Yeah.
works. So let's just like wait for the divorce or like, did they get married or we have to wait for the breakup announcement in 6 months?
I don't know if they got Oh, we're
We
both
both
rocking.
have a Fitbit.
We're both
Sorry, I
rocking
got
Fitbits,
excited.
sorry.
I cut myself off.
So that's going
not a
on.
good reason to stay together if
Then,
you get pregnant. you were
Mila
pregnant.
Mila Kunis just had a baby.
Right.
Either people are having babies or having divorces. But what
Exactly,
the
that's how
hell
it
is
goes
going on?
down.
There's one other big divorce that I totally
I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I just think that people are get divorced all the time. It's a cycle of
Yeah.
life, and it shouldn't be, such a bump. I mean, it's very sad if you have family and kids and all that, but it happens. I just hope that people should wait till they're 30 to get married at least, and get to know themselves before they jump in.
But no one cares about that. Or
No one really cares about that.
My life. They
I
want to
know, I
know
just
what's
miss
going
it.
on with you.
My-
I'm the only
I'm
one
dating,
that asks you.
I'm dating nobody.
Whoa.
What?
You're dating. Oh,
No,
I
I'm
thought
dating.
you were about to say you're dating somebody.
No, when was the last time I've had a serious thing? I'm trying to think. I have not really been. Oh God, I have nothing good. I'm trying to think who I had sex with. Like it's been a while. I was dating this guy on and off, far away. Like
too far,
across-
yeah, like half hour away or something?
like 45 minutes. It was too hard. It was too hard.
See, you don't want to make the
but
effort.
I know. I'm turning it around though now, and I'm switching my whole life around, and everything's going to be
Really?
I'm going to
Tell
make
me-
it more balanced.
Tell
and
me the master
prioritize.
plan.
My massive plan.
See, you probably hung out with your brother, and he probably set you straight. That's what happened.
No, he didn't. He doesn't even try to talk. We don't even talk about this stuff anymore. But no, I think I'm just, I've been in LA now almost 2 years, I think.
Wow,
A year and a half.
crazy.
Dude, I don't even know how this happened. I moved here for business because it's the entertainment capital of the world, apparently. And no, it's been great, but I've been working my ass off since I got here, and I haven't prioritized relationships and all that stuff, which that I never really had before either. But now I feel that like people are. I have a few fix-ups coming down the road. I'm getting fixed up with like 2 different people in the next few weeks, and I'm just gonna start going out more. And I'm planning nights on my calendar where I'm going to go out with my friends and be social and do things because I feel like the last few months have just been insane and I haven't.
Yeah,
but
you
I
haven't even
was
been around.
dating like this and that and this and that, but I'm just so tired of dating guys that I'm half into.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
You
my pattern
shouldn't-
my entire life, right?
Yeah.
I'm always like kind of into them, but not totally.
You don't want to put any effort into it, and it's just a waste of your time.
I don't have time because I'm trying to survive.
If you just want to
doing the
hook
show.
out with people, just go on Craigslist or Tinder or
Well,
something.
that's exactly.
You know?
I know, and I'm not interested in just. I'm not interested in just hooking up. Right? Like I don't want to just have random. I really don't. Like I've done that in my life. I've done like I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm in a good place though, and I feel like things are going to calm down, and I'm getting structured. Good
All
things
right.
happening.
I mean, as
But
long as
I
you
wish
stick to it, then I support it.
you support me.
If you're not just, blowing smoke up my ass
I'm
right
not
now.
blowing smoke up your ass because I'm making a commitment to everyone now. But it's not that I don't. I meet guys. But
You're
nothing
not
that
conforming
interests me.
to what everybody wants you to.
Never
either,
have,
right?
never will,
Yeah.
never. No,
Okay.
dude, me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, and I don't know that it's going to be monogamous. I don't know what it's going to be, but, and I get asked out, but I want to be excited about them. Is that too much
Yeah.
to ask for?
And what's it going to take to get you excited? Jesus.
It's going to take a lot because also I do feel like the sex with Emily thing now. Remember at the beginning, everyone was like, oh, is it weird because you're sex with Emily? But I was always like, I never really identified as that, but now it's been 10 years almost
Yeah.
since we've been doing this. And you can't, like, they Google me. Like, you can't avoid it. Like, it's sex. Do I want to be with that? Like, what would my parents say if I brought them dinner? Like, there's this whole thing that comes with, like, sex with Emily. Or do they just want to date me because, like, there's this one guy that I'm super hot for that I'm actually going out with tomorrow night. But it's professional. Like, we work together professionally. And it wouldn't be right to hook up, but he's so hot. But I also know that there's a little flirty thing. And I'm like, okay, is it just because of sex? Like, is he interested or not? Because I've also had instances where it's happened since I've been in LA and I've gone out with someone and and we ended up dating for a while and we had sex and then I wasn't that into him, but I don't know. I think it was just more like they're interested in like, is she great or is she horrible? Like I want to know. And if she's
Yeah.
great, right?
Yeah.
So,
she a super freak.
everyone thinks I'm a super freak and I should be super freakier than I am. I have my moments, but I just think it's weirder here in LA. The people are different too.
Yeah.
Don't you think that like the people here from San Francisco, especially being a woman, I feel like not even the men, but the women, like everyone's in the business, so which is why we moved here.
Yeah.
But then everyone's in the business, so everyone's like there's like competition, and people are just more. Everyone wants something or feel like you can advance them in a way. It's just
Well, I think that LA has the same complex as San Francisco did, where the people that are kind of douchey are the ones that haven't been born and raised here. Like the people that move from
the small towns,
Wichita, Kansas,
Yeah.
they come here and they want to be super cool guy or super cool chick, and then they're they're really douchey because they're reinventing themselves.
And
you
everyone,
know?
it is a tough business
Yeah.
too. It's like the
And
hardest
it's just-
business in the world to be in entertainment.
Yeah,
so
and then it
it's
feels like
cutthroat.
in San Francisco they're just like super highbrow, those type of people, and here they're super narcissistic, the ones that are from out of
true.
town. But the people that I've met that are born and raised in Los Angeles, super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, that's true. I'm
But
not
then
judging
also
at all.
you also hang out with a lot of entertainment people too. Believe it or not, even though I work on a morning show in Los Angeles, I just work on terrestrial radio.
Right.
I'm not hanging out with like actors and
don't
actresses
either,
or
really.
anything like that.
I don't.
Or anybody considered in like.
I do
the
hang out with
inner-
Dr. Drew and his wife a lot.
Yeah.
I went
well,
on vacation
Dr.
with
Drew
them.
is super cool.
I
Like
went
you don't
on
have to worry
vacation with
about
them
him.
to Laguna Beach. Did I
What?
say that?
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah. We went on a little vacation. They have a house in Laguna Beach. It was really fun, and they want me to come to Cabo. I'm like, but I know it sounds weird, but I'm like their friend. Like we hang out. It's not
That's
like everyone's
cool.
like, do they want a threesome? I'm like, no, it's not like that at all. But we're
No,
just buddies.
Drew is super cool.
He's really cool.
I got to watch football with him once in Vegas. That was cool.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like recently.
But,
Okay, yeah.
But no, just saying that. I think that's the thing. You just gotta, I don't know. I mean, you do Loveline all the time, so you're around like actors and
Yeah, that's right. They
band
come in,
people
who I never
and,
know. I
like-
always laugh. I'm like, Menace texts me when he hears who the band is because I'm like Googling them
Yeah.
under the table, like, who are you, band? Because I don't know.
But
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, maybe some of the people you could be around at certain times. Not Dr.
That's
Drew
true.
because he's down to earth and cool.
Right.
But could be kind of douchey, you know?
That's true.
I hate being around bands.
Yeah,
know?
no.
Like,
Which is your
90,
job.
Yeah, 90%.
But is it
of the
not
time.
anymore? Are you still covering bands like you did? And then we got to get into
Yeah, I
sex.
do. I actually have to go to Las Vegas in like 2 weeks. I have to go to the Life is Beautiful music festival.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be there covering
Nice.
that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's fun.
But
you hate it because you hate the douchey bands.
no. I mean, there's very few bands that I like to talk to personally, but they're all stuck up. I like talking to pop stars more than because
Right.
they're actually pretty cool.
Right.
Unless
the
they're one
bands
hit
are like
wonder.
just too cool or whatever.
Yeah, the one hit wonders are usually the ones that are douches.
Right. I get it. I totally get it. Okay, now we're going to give a little shout out to our sponsors. I need to talk to you about the rave. You know I love We Vibes, famous couples toys, and their superpowered bullet vibes, which is why I'm so excited to introduce the incredible Rave. First glance, the Rave appears to be a simple, sculptural vibrator, but when you look closer, you'll see an array of facets and asymmetrical curves that make it so special. The Rave was designed with one primary goal: to help women locate and stimulate their G-spot. Once inserted, a gentle twist in either direction will glide the Rave's varied angles and faces over your most sensitive areas, and it allows you this precise control and pinpoint stimulation. Pretty soon, you'll find your G-spot and know exactly how to make it happen. It's hard for some people to find their G-spot. It has all these vibration patterns, it's rechargeable, 100% body-safe materials, and you can use their We Vibe Connect app. So go to sexwithemily.com, click on the Rave by We Vibe banner, and use code Emily for a very special discount. So now we're going to sex the news a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like tripping, like hearing
Why are you
stuff.
tripping?
I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. You hearing? Do you want to talk
Like
about
somebody
that? Noise in your
singing
head?
or something. It's tripping me out.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, would you wear condom pants? There's
I've
a
seen this,
scrotal
yeah.
condom for the common man. Okay, so this might be the best form of birth control to hit the market yet because nobody will have sex with you if you wear it. The Scroguard is essentially a girdle made of latex that, when paired with a condom, reduces skin-to-skin contact over the entire genital region. It's a well-meaning product with a big caveat. It's not FDA approved and isn't officially designed to protect against STDs like herpes. So what the hell's the point? You wear like this big, like it's like you're wearing a friggin' diaper.
It's like a diaper, and it's actually like if you're wearing, I don't know, just underwear almost.
Yeah, not hot, but you're not
Yeah.
gonna get laid. Yeah, that's
It's
stupid.
like you're wearing boxer briefs, but it's rubber.
Okay, people just wear condoms, okay? No
Yeah.
one wears, I feel like no one uses condoms. And everyone, people think like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore, blah, blah, blah. It does matter. You can get a disease and like you should be wearing condoms. And people, I think guys are like, oh, I hate it, it's uncomfortable. But there are so many great condoms out there that are like, there's so many different kinds. They've got like for her pleasure, his pleasure, lifestyles, all these really cool condoms. It's like, just wear freaking condoms because you're going to get a disease. You don't have to wear a goddamn diaper. Also, speaking of contraception, this is sort of a sad story. That there was a potato found growing in a woman's vagina after she used it as contraception.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. A Colombian woman complaining of abnormal pains shocked doctors when the cause of her ailment was revealed. She used a potato as a form of contraception.
Yeah.
The vegetable started to sprout roots that had started to grow inside the 22-year-old's reproductive organs. The unnamed woman told her doctor her mother advised her to use a potato. This is why we need sex education. Granted, it was in Colombia, but still. Lucky for the young woman, she will not suffer any lasting effects, and the spurs removal did not require any surgery. Oh, God. The highlights a serious issue concerning the youth of Colombia who are rejecting contraceptive methods like condoms, and they're doing... Dude, can you imagine the potato going in the vagina?
Yeah.
I've seen, I get grossed out from the potato that grows in my refrigerator if I ever have food in my refrigerator, and it does that. Okay, people, so just, condoms, that's all I'm going to say, or birth control pill. But also, if you're with a new partner, and there is a new app out that, remember we always talked about this, that you could actually share your STD reports with your partner, but that's not sexy, but really get tested and use condoms.
It's crazy. Also, other things in Sex in the News. So have you heard of the yes means yes whole political thing that's going on? They came out with this consent. So yes means yes. Somebody has to be completely sober, even if they say yes to having sex with you. Right. It's mainly for colleges. They came out with the consent app where people to type in their phone numbers and then verify their ID and then say yes on each side. So just so you have a document before you have sex, right? So we tried this on our morning show, and we were 7 minutes in, and we still couldn't get it to work right.
Oh, really?
And then so we're off board.
7 minutes. First of all, who's going to do that? But it's a great idea. There should be there should be consent, and you should say yes, and you should be sober. I mean, and if you're not sober, don't take it. There's all these.
But there's so many people that have sex that are not sober. I
know most people have sex the first time, not sober. But I'm just saying, rape. If someone says no, and just because you're kissing someone doesn't mean that they're giving you consent to have sex with them. Yeah, totally. But it's a good intention, But who's going to sign a contract before we fuck? It's not sexy, but, hey, if it works. Okay, another Sex and News survey says half of married women have a backup husband in mind. It's like a backup drive. They have a backup husband in mind.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's always good to have a plan B, especially when it comes to restaurant reservations, travel arrangements, and babysitters. But what about spouses? A new not-so-scientific survey, these are always the best ones that are not so scientific, 1,000 married women conducted by the Daily Mail said 50% have a fallback partner should their current marriage take turn for the worse.
I think it's more than that.
What? More than 50%. Totally. Yeah. The most common backup husbands, according to the survey, tend to be old friends with romantic intentions, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, colleagues, or someone from the gym. Probably their trainer. In fact, 10% of participants said their backup guy had already confessed his love in the past, and 20% claimed the dude would drop everything to be with her. So I wonder if women are just using this in their minds, I can always escape from this marriage.
Yeah, they always have, it's called the glass dildo. They break the glass and get the dildo. And I think it's way more than 50%.
Yeah, have a backup plan. Or they think they do. You think that they're going to break up their husband, they're going to be hey, old flame.
Yeah, especially with Facebook, too. They
Dude, we talked about this. Facebook's responsible for what is it, 2 in 5 divorces or something?
No, it's going to they're saying 7 out of 10 now is due to Facebook.
Yeah, everyone clear your friggin' browsers. Get rid of your password. I mean, seriously. I mean, people are going to be flirting anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, don't cheat, obviously. And emotional cheating is cheating, if you're chatting with someone. But everyone's just you don't even have to ask anymore what you looked at their phone, you looked at their browser. Mm-hmm. It's on Loveline, people calling in, they're like, oh, my boyfriend searches porn because I noticed the last 50 things he searched for. It's crazy.
It's insane.
People don't know to clear their passwords on their browsers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you also shouldn't cheat and have these flirty things, but I feel like everyone's had these emotional affairs.
Mm-hmm. This local story, this guy got upset because his friend poked his girlfriend on Facebook. They got in a fight and he accidentally killed the guy. Because he knocked him out and he fell over.
Because he poked her, sent the poke, which I didn't even know still existed.
Yeah, that's how crazy people are getting over Facebook.
Yeah, people. People are going crazy over, or even Instagram too.
Yeah. They like that photo and all that kind of stuff.
I know, and I know a lot of people who meet are now forget all the dating apps, are just meeting through Tinder or not Tinder, but Instagram. Oh, he liked my photo, didn't like my photo. Mm-hmm. Then I went in, we direct message through Instagram, which I don't know how you do that, but people do that. I don't need another way to get messages from people, but. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but were people, since I've been doing this and since I can remember, the stats have always been that 50% of married men and women cheat. So it seems like now there's more and more ways to cheat than there
Yeah.
were 10 years ago. But
There's more
I don't
ways
know.
to get options. You
You
know.
have more options.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, even with the invention of text messaging, you know, the booty call used to be like, you literally had to, like, call. But now you could send a text to 10 people and whoever, like, answers back first, you can. So, but does it mean that that people are breaking down, that marriages are ending quicker because there's more opportunities to cheat? I wonder.
My buddy who was married and was going through a divorce, and he was going through like counseling and stuff like that. His whole thing was like, back in the day, people didn't live as long, you know.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
You weren't
and he
supposed to be
goes
together
like
for 80 years.
people would like live into their 50s,
True.
and now people are living into their 80s, you know. And then so he goes, I can't stay with a person for 40 plus years. You
Who
know?
wants to? Exactly. I think that's true. I think that it's very outdated, and that the people who do stay together, I think, are amazing, and they really have to work at it. And that's why people, you know, don't realize that marriage does take work. I mean, I'm not saying like the people who stay together 40, 50 years, but everyone goes through their hard periods in marriage too. Like my mom always says, 'cause a lot of her friends have been together like, you know, 50 years. She's like, well, everybody I know, they like had, you know, Bob cheated on Jan 30 years ago,
Yeah.
but they're still together. They got through it. You know, my mom's voice. But
Yeah.
so there's going to be problems that happen, but I don't even know if it's that natural. Like, to do anything for 40 years.
Yeah, and then also like if let's say Bob cheated on Jan, right? Well, Jan nowadays is gonna go online and talk a bunch of crap about it, and then all of her friends are gonna be able to chime in. And back then, you know, there
Right.
wasn't that.
Back then, they
option,
weren't
yeah.
tracked as much. Right? They weren't as many ways to find out and to be caught. That's another thing too. People are getting caught a lot easier with technology. Okay, I'm going to move into the 5 mistakes that men are making in bed and how to fix them. We've done a lot of talk about you know, how men can kind of improve in the bedroom, and you know, there's certain things that men just don't know. I think they've never learned. They've never, you know. And I'm just going to try to correct that. And we're also going to do
Yeah.
mistakes women make. But the thing is, like, the whole vagina region, right? Confusing. Like you've always said, the Rubik's Cube of life.
It is.
I know. It's very confusing. But the problem is, when it comes to, like, manually stimulating a woman, I get it that there's, like, no rhyme or reason. Like, a lot of guys actually hurt women. Like, they're
Yeah.
sticking their hands in, their finger, the whole thing. And it's painful. So I've talked about this a lot on the show, but you have to learn the female anatomy. You should always start slower with them, and you don't want to be like you're like digging around in a chain purse with your hands and hurting her with like your
Yeah.
nails. Make sure your nails are cut short. It's a vagina, not a change purse. And you know, there's so many men who just don't, like, you know, you want to like go slow. You want to ask her what she wants. Ask her what she needs, and make sure she's lubricated, because guys just like stick it in right away and she's not turned on, which is why you might need this flesh lube. And you know that I think there should be a lube on every nightstand in the world. So that is one thing, is just to slow it down, because the guys just like do the finger thing, or they're going down a woman and they go too fast. So slow that down. That is the mistake, is not listening and paying attention that she could be in pain, because women have sex wounds from men
Yeah.
putting their fingers into her. Have you ever heard a woman? Have you ever made a woman bleed?
Yeah, again, going too fast, you know?
Yeah, I
'Cause
taught
a
you that
guy-
slow down. I think
'cause
you're
a
probably having
guy-
better sex now and you don't even know it.
Yeah, a guy gets erect in like 5 seconds, right? But, you know, he can't keep it up that long. Not
Right.
forever, right?
Right.
So he's just like trying to get in there as quickly
Exactly.
as possible. And, you know, a woman has to be warmed up first, of course,
whole
because they
thing.
can never make it easy.
We never make it easy.
Ever.
But, you
in
know,
life.
I know. That's hard, too. For 40 years, if you're with someone, you're like, really? I got to go down on her for 25 minutes? Which I know that you like, what is it, like 8 minutes of foreplay?
8 minutes.
Remember you used to always
Like
ask
2
me,
minutes.
how long,
How
really,
long?
Ellie? How long?
How long?
I'm like, 45
Just
minutes.
give me, what?
You're like, what? I'm like, yeah.
Well, do you know, because it was funny because I also just read some survey, you know, the actual like penetration part,
Yeah.
you know, on
Penis and
average,
vagina, yeah.
on average, because they were doing like fat guys versus skinny guys, and fat guys actually last way longer in bed than skinny guys.
Really?
Yeah, can you believe it?
No.
Yeah,
I did not know that. I
it's
wonder what
science.
it is science. I'm sure it's a very scientific
But it's like
study.
it's like way more amount of minutes than a skinny guy does.
I wonder what that has to do with. More
I don't
stuff.
know.
I don't even know. I don't believe this study. Send it to me.
No, I'll get it. It's like
Okay.
from Harvard or something.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Well, listen, so that's one thing. Just learn the female anatomy. You can buy my book, Hot Sex. You can just ask questions. Ask. The guys who are the best lovers. Just every vagina that you meet, that you come across, is a new opportunity to learn. So if you messed up the last one or it didn't work out, you should just, they're all different. So you might as well learn how to use this one. So the next thing is, some guys get too dirty too fast. I think it's porn. They talk dirty too fast. So hey, let's, they want to try things that they see in porn and that women
crazy
want.
stuff.
They're I'm going to spank you. I'm going to pull your hair and all this stuff. And that could freak a woman out. Now, she might be into it eventually, but not the first time you're together. Not the second time you're together even. I mean, it might even need to be addressed beforehand, talking dirty or whatever, what she's comfortable with. So again, slow down. Just start with you're my bitch, whatever. Unless you guys have already been sexting, which a lot of people do before they even get to know each other, which I have a problem with too. This whole premature escalation. If you're set up on a date with someone and then you start sexting before you meet them, and then it's predetermined
Weird,
that you're already gonna have sex.
You're gonna bail.
But just go again with that. You don't want to just start off with the dirty talk and start with all the stuff, because it could, even though a lot of women like that, it could scare them away. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And then we've talked.
Well, it's crazy because you say that because I don't know. I've never been on Tinder, but isn't a lot of the
you would love it if you were single.
Isn't a lot of the conversations get to that point super quick?
This is the problem with it because everyone says it's a hookup app, and a lot of people have hooked up on it, and I think it's almost people are expecting that women are oh, I'm not gonna we're not gonna go out unless I participate in this sexting, and I don't know. Maybe women started too. I just think why would you start a whole relationship, which you are essentially starting with someone, a sexting, a whole thing, before you meet them? Because it's a freaking waste of time, because they could show up in person and there might not be chemistry. They could be a serial killer. Who knows? Let's hope they're not.
Yeah.
They could have something that you don't like. So just, if you do meet someone online, I always say, meet them right away as soon as you can. And don't, because then, guess what? If you meet them, you don't like them, you just spent 2 weeks texting someone that you're it's a waste of time. You could be doing so many other things. You could learn French.
French.
I always want to learn French. I just think all the things I waste time on. I do know French, but I'd like to learn it better. Okay, the third mistake, and this is just, the jackhammer. And Anderson thinks on Loveline that I'm obsessed with it, but I sort of am, because I know that guys still do it.
With it.
Always have been obsessed with it. Porn is not real life. So when you see that guy thrusting at 60 miles per hour, it's not because it feels good to her necessarily. Maybe at the end when they're all riled up, but typically you want to go in slow, and the thrusting does not feel as good to a woman. And in fact, the inner 2/3 of a woman's vagina are the most sensitive. So sometimes you should try a slower thrusting or ask her what she wants. But I'm telling you, even in my recent years of all this talk about the jackhammer, I've still had jackhammer sex, which I'm do you not? So you Googled me, but just listen to my show.
No, they don't
God's
got time
sake.
to listen.
They
just
don't
wanna
listen. They
see
just
if
look at
there's nude
pictures.
photos.
Exactly. Dude, that's what people search, Emily nude. There are no nude photos of people, so stop searching, which I've never. All these nude photos in the cloud, how crazy is that?
Super crazy.
Dude, you have your own library of sex tapes and stuff, but that was before the cloud, right?
Before the cloud, definitely. Yeah, but
Did your girlfriend make you throw those away?
Throw them away?
Or just hide it? You're she doesn't know. She won't
No, I
listen.
don't have them online at all.
No, that's good. That's smart.
But the thing is, also, it's so easy to get phished. That's what happened. People didn't actually hack into their hard drives. It's every day. I guarantee you, me, and everyone listening gets a fake email that's supposed to look legit.
Yes.
And it tricks you into giving you login information, right? So that's exactly what happened with these hacked photos.
Really? What kind of? But aren't they supposed to want you to send money in India or something? Or
no,
what?
It's not even that. It'll be some fake email that looks like it's from Apple. It'll have all the logo information. It'll look like the web address will look like it's from Apple and say, hey, it'll be an email like this, hey, somebody has tried to break into your cloud. Please change your password. And then so when it's asking you to change your password, you're putting in your real password.
Oh my
so
God,
that's
right.
how they get it.
Wow.
And that happens all the time. So people, if you ever see any emails that are like that are telling you
all these celebrities were that.
Oh, they were just tricked. They were just tricked. Yeah. Or their assistants were tricked, or somebody was tricked.
It could be their assistants. Yeah.
Yeah. And then or just the did even I who was super keen on this stuff, I can be fooled sometimes. And I never, if you get an email saying, hey, you need to log in or something like that, always go to the actual website. Do not go from the email.
That's so smart.
Go to the actual website and then log in. Don't even have your email open while you're logging in either. You know?
Wow. I didn't know
just to
that
be
was
safe.
why. Okay.
Just
That's
to be
good.
safe,
That's
you know?
very, very smart. That's like
Because-
we end the show now. That's useful information because I feel like we're going to stop. Because I'm kind of scared about it. Like, it's kind of scary that everything that we put online and that's why I've
crazy.
never taken
I'm
a
not
photo.
even afraid of like credit card hacking and all
No?
that kind of stuff anymore because everybody has your information. It's going to get out there anyways.
So you're going to get hacked.
There's nothing. All you can do is do a credit block on yourself with all the credit bureaus and to say, you know, check with me first before you run my credit. That's the only thing that's the safest thing that you can do.
Okay.
Do that, people.
That's good to
You
know.
know?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Or, you know, you're going to see some bill for like 500 sex toys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. From me. No, that's true. Right. No, but you should buy sex toys with your, no, it is true. I got hacked last year. My credit card company called me and they knew it and they fixed it right away. But still, it's true. It's scary. Okay. We are on the 5th. I'm kind of, the 4th mistake.
Okay.
Is that a guy tries to like knock on your back door without asking first, which happens to so many women that the guy just like sticks it in and she has a really bad experience and there's not enough lube and it's painful and you just don't want to kill the mood any quicker than by doing that. Like someone will be psyched maybe, but most of them, like you want to slowly go into the area with your finger, a little lube and talk about it, but don't just like go for it. I think that's...
Yeah, guys try that all the time, and
They
it
do.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And she's going to shut it down. And if it's something that you're interested in, it has to be addressed beforehand.
Yeah, it has to be a discussion.
Right. Because like we always hear from people all the time that like had really bad first experiences and never want to try it. And anal sex can be very pleasurable for a lot of women. And men, by the way, straight men, as you know we've talked about. But you just want to ask, you want to talk about it. You don't want to scare her away, even though it's something that you're fantasizing about. And then also the 5th one is that you're not using your time wisely. And you've heard me say this a million times. There is an orgasm gap, right? Women take 15 to 20 minutes to orgasm. Men take, from 1 to 6, on average, like 4 to 6 minutes to orgasm. So there is a gap. You have to double up on the foreplay. I get that foreplay I talk about all the time. It's annoying, but it's not a suggestion. It is a requirement for women. And it's like, you think about it, like sex is like the previews to a movie, and you're like, and then sex is like the feature presentation. But the previews, like, we like that. We got to like lead up to it. And we need to be warmed up. And we just need it. And that's why most couples, I think also, couples who've been together a long time, that there's not a lot of time. I get it. You have kids and you have a life or things happen and you don't have a lot of time and you're really busy and everyone's freaking busy right now, right? We're also busy. Like, I don't have time for that. But I'm not saying that you have to do everything for her. You have to sit there for 20 minutes. I'm saying it could, foreplay starts after the last orgasm. Text her. That was really hot. You look so beautiful last night. Women need that, right, Menace?
Totally.
Do you ever tell your girlfriend she's beautiful?
All the time. No,
Not 10 times a day, because you used to get mad at me for saying that.
10 times a day.
And
Yeah,
if
10 compliments. That's ridiculous.
So again, it's foreplay, and in women, if you want to last longer, you can also, like I said, last longer in bed. You can always use Promescent, which I've talked about, which is a delay spray, helps you last longer in bed. Okay, those are the tips. I just wanted to do a little briefing, but we have some emails too.
All right, I
the
love
people.
emails from the people.
We love hearing from the people. Okay, dear, what? Go.
Well,
Talk
I
to me.
have like a bunch of sex news stuff that I want to talk to you. All right, so have you heard about Tesla's new car? They called it the Tesla D, right?
Yeah, what is it?
And it was funny because everybody was tweeting, "Oh, Tesla, give me the D." It was hilarious.
Right, like the dick?
Yeah,
I get it.
But anyways, it's a self-driving car. Also, imagine what you can do in a self-driving car.
That scares me.
Why does that
Well,
scare
I
you?
actually should have one more than anyone because I'm the worst driver.
But it's amazing. There's already
Truly,
like demo, truly
So
self-driving
you'd look
car.
over and there'd be nobody in the car?
No, you're in the car, but the car's just driving itself.
But how does it know? Because you put in the GPS where you're going?
Yeah, it's crazy good.
Have I not seen this? Well, because
it just came out yesterday.
Okay, good. So explain how does it? I mean, you have to be sitting in the seat.
You're sitting in the seat, but also, so there's that one. There's more information coming out about it soon.
Okay.
But there's that, and
Do you
then
think it would drive better than I do?
Of course, but think of the possibilities, Emily. You're on your way to Vegas and you're having sex in the back seat of the car.
You just said you have to be sitting in the front seat.
No, I'm just saying you're sitting in the car.
Okay. So you could be having sex, partying, wasted, and it's like having a driver all the time.
Yeah, it's driving for you. How crazy is that?
But how does that? I don't believe it.
There's like
it could have a breakdown.
There's a couple cars doing that. There's like
I've heard of this, but that
the
sounds
Google
crazy.
self-driving car has been out for like a couple months. Not like out
There
on the
must be
road.
like accidents and craziness. That can't be.
It's no.
Although
I trust like a whole computer system over a human driver.
That's yeah. You're right.
You know,
Because I
it
actually
has
my driving
cameras
scares
all over
me
the
now
place.
lately. Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff, and then Audi, they're testing some self-driving cars in San Francisco. Their like demo videos are insane. Like the car, let's say you drive up to like let's say the Four Seasons in downtown San Francisco because that's how you roll, right?
Right.
So you pull up in your Audi, you get out of the car in front of the hotel, and then with your iPhone you hit park, and then the car goes and finds parking itself and then parks.
Shut up.
And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm done hooking up with this guy that I hooked up with in the hotel. And then you say, come back. You hit the button, and then the car comes back and pulls up in the front.
Like,
I swear to God,
does it put quarters
crazy.
in the meters and stuff, or it parks in the Four Seasons
Oh, like
garage?
in the garage, yeah. Crazy,
That's
right?
Crazy, but that's awesome because I hate looking for parking and I hate driving.
But I'm trying to get back to the actual
Point of the story is that you could have sex on the way to Vegas.
Good.
You
How
everyone
crazy is
me.
that, right?
That's crazy.
So next year you got to buy the D.
Yeah,
The Tesla
I'll buy the
D.
D. Finally, I should buy the Tesla
You
D.
can just do crazy stuff in there.
I know you would.
Imagine the pornos that you can do. Oh
I know.
my God. See, you
I
should
was
just
thinking that
shoot
like
one.
it'd probably I should shoot a porno after all this time. I'd be so good at it. But I think that like I was thinking yesterday, if I had major success and I could do anything, I'm like I really think like financial success.
Mm-hmm.
I would get a driver first thing. Like I shouldn't
Yeah.
even be driving. You know,
No.
you've driven with me, right?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
You were driving with me when I was dating that guy, and I crashed his.
He crashed his Escalade. It was hilarious.
Wait, I didn't really crash it. I just backed up into.
Yeah, backed
He
up
ended up
into
being
a
the
bowl.
biggest douchebag I've literally ever dated, so I don't feel bad about that.
All right.
But it was so long ago. But you were in the car, right?
It was scary. Yeah.
That is so funny. I totally faced space on that. Okay, so I would like one of those. Okay,
Luckily, I was there. In the
Dude,
car.
that is
He
so
might have
funny.
Flipped out on you.
he was the worst. Why was I driving?
I don't
It's a
know. because they
freaking
just
Cadillac
thought it was-
S, whatever those huge
Yeah,
cars.
it was like the
It's a
XL version
stupid
too. It was
car.
huge.
Stupid car, stupid guy. Sorry, I
I
crashed his
love.
car.
I love those cars.
Yeah,
though.
but it's so big for me.
is.
Why was I driving? It was that little garage, whatever. Okay. So, Emily, okay, emails. I'm a 23-year-old college girl, and although I like to think I'm fairly educated about my sexual health, I have no idea what to do when it comes to being on top or talking dirty. I don't have sex often, no boyfriend, or not a fan of hooking up, so I don't get a lot of practice. Is there anything I can do to prepare? Plus, the few times I've done it, I start to feel awkward and it kills the mood. Same with dirty talk. I have no idea what to say, especially on the fly. I've only with one guy, so I'm afraid my inexperience will be obvious to my next partner. Your advice would be tremendously appreciated. Thanks, Angie. This dirty talk brings me back to our misadvised show when we had to talk dirty to each other on the air.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't think that ended up on the air.
No,
though.
it did. It did.
Oh, it did?
It was one of the episodes. It's the show we did on Bravo, which seems like forever ago, 2 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did have to talk dirty to you. It did have been up in the air. Yeah, totally. Okay,
really?
so this woman, so talking dirty is an art form. We had a set phone sex operator on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's an art form. And when it's like, it's really, but it's not that hard. Like you really just in the moment have to describe like what you're feeling and start softly. Like you don't want to freak him out or freak her out, and you want to feel it out. Like explain what you are feeling in the moment or what you want at the moment. Like I can't wait to feel your hands all over my body, or I want to feel your hands, or that feels so good. I can't wait to taste you. I mean, it's just like you talk, or you can talk about what's happening in the moment. Your hands feel so good on my waist, my breast.
Yeah.
I mean, you start like narrating what is happening in the moment would be my way of, and not
Yeah.
in like a really fast voice like I'm talking, but like you know, like I want your hands all over my body, or kiss me here. That feels so good.
Hilarious.
Don't stop. I mean, just little things like that will like build up to it. Like, or I want you, you know, right? It's
then
like,
you just
it doesn't,
Skype.
but then you Skype sex. But it doesn't have to be a whole thing. I think that you're way overthinking this. And I love that you're asking Angie because you don't have a lot of experience. But I think that she's probably thinking about this because she's not having a lot of sex, but she's sexting. And it probably makes her uncomfortable. And she's like, what do I say? But I think that you don't have to say anything crazy. Just like I said earlier, the mistakes men make is they take things down a dirty road too fast. So just, you know, it comes after like, you know, just like when you're more comfortable with somebody, and it can be more effective, you know, you don't want to like, again, just describe what you want in the moment. I want you to do this, or this feels so good. I want to put your penis in my mouth, but you might say another word for that. About being on top. So this is interesting. I got interviewed by Cosmo magazine the other day about women on top position, and one of the questions was like, so many women are so insecure about being on top because of their breasts, their stomach, you know, their whole thing, and they're like on display, and they are very insecure about it. And so I was saying ways that, first of all, like insecurities and self-esteem is one of the biggest killers of women's sex drives. So if she doesn't even know how to do it, I would say like, you just gotta climb on top. A lot of women, they want to grind back and forth. Hopefully, Angie, you know how to make yourself, you know how to have an orgasm, so you'll know what feels good on your clitoris or your G-spot, and you just like can rub back and forth, go a little up and down, and you'll just have to see how it feels. There is like no set rhyme or reason of way you have to be on top, but just climb on top. And I think I've asked a few of my guy friends, and I hope they're honest with me, and I hope you are too, but like, have you ever been having sex with a woman and all of a sudden she climbed on top and you were like, ew, gross out, I don't want to be with you?
Where she climbed on top?
Well, like where she was on top of you in the woman on top position. Because I think women are afraid that like, oh, he's going to see all these things. Or
yeah, there's like some women that refuse to go on top.
Right.
It's
a lot of
crazy.
women do.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of women can actually have successful orgasms, is by being on top.
Yeah.
The majority of women can climax that way. But they're insecure about it. And so guys, like you can reach your hands up, grab her breasts, all that stuff. Angie, I wouldn't trip on it. But I would... and she's also worried that guys are going to think that she's not I bet you the guys you're with are worried that they're not experienced either. So everybody needs to get out of their goddamn heads when they're having sex and focus on the person that you're with, because even there's no way you're going to be you get a card and like, oh, I'm great at sex, like I've got this professional level, because everyone is different. And so you're young. I'm glad that you're asking these questions, but just like take it in the moment, see what you do, see what this dude wants, see what you want, and know your own body first, Angie. And then when you get on top, you'll know how to move your body to make it feel good.
Yeah.
So what?
No, I was just thinking of like there was any like horror stories of women.
Do you have
being on
horror?
top.
See, I don't want.
No.
Like, because women are so worried that he's going to see me on top and my boobs jiggling, or like my stomach, I gained 2 pounds and he's going to break up with me. And so, you know, just, and also, yeah, good. I'm glad you don't have horror stories.
Fine. It's like women, like,
God, yes, dirty talk.
Chill the F out. Like, if a guy is having sex with you, he's not gonna be like tripping off your body at
This
all.
is the thing. He's already with you naked. He's already made the decision to get naked with you, to be in bed. He's thinking about his penis and like, is it saying heart? Like, if anything, and he's into you. He's looking at this beautiful creature that he's having sex with. They're not judging you at that moment. They're not judging you at all.
He's happy
hopefully.
that he's having sex with you.
Right. And he's there with you. So, and turn the light, have candles or something. Like, I hate when people like turn the lights off, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to see or know what's happening in the moment?
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you a lights off guy?
Either way, I'm a guy. You don't think about that.
I know.
Crap.
You can also say, I love the way your kisses taste. I wrote some very subject. I want to kiss every inch of your body tonight.
Wow.
I'm just giving some people some dirty talk.
I'm totally flaccid.
Dude, I didn't think it would work for you. Do it to me the way you want to.
Flaccid.
You're the best I've ever had.
So flaccid.
Don't lie. Dude, okay. That's
Totally.
all. That's all we have time for today, actually.
Man.
Oh, man, we got to go.
But we're going to do another podcast.
Yeah, we are.
soon.
Oh, yeah, totally. We're like...
I have so much stuff to talk to you about.
Yeah,
still.
we're doing more. It's coming up.
But sex toys gone bad. I got to tell you a story.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll do it
cliffhanger.
next. Okay, everyone, listen. Find Menace. Where should they find you? All your places.
Yeah, Menace on Instagram. Menace. A lot of people spell it wrong.
I know.
Weird.
They like Mennis now.
Yeah.
It's Menace, like a menace to society.
Yes.
And I am at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Sex with Emily. Follow me. I answer your questions in all those places. And I love you all. Thanks so much for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the show today. And as you know, we talked about some of the mistakes men make in bed, and that's not enough. Caring enough about their partner's orgasm. And if you want to last longer in bed, you got to try Promescent, because 1 in 3 men suffers from premature ejaculation. And even that, you just don't last as long as you want to. And this doubles the time at least that you'll last in bed. You don't even have to think about baseball or something else to distract yourself from your partner's body. You can actually focus on sex when you use Promescent, which is a quickly absorbing delay spray. and allows you to have the sex you want. So Promescent lasts twice as long. It's the only FDA-approved treatment for premature ejaculation or lasting longer in bed. Go to promescent.com to find out more. That's PROMESENT.